What is up, everyone? I'm ATRon The Gamer, and welcome to part 1 of my Diablo 3 suggestion series. So, it's been about a month since Diablo 3 has been released, and there's a couple things that I would like to see implemented into the game in the future at some point. Whether or not they're going to be implemented, this may or may not occur, but this isn't just about what I'm about to show you. This is also about my subscribers and anybody else who comes across this video. So if you come across this video, feel free to leave a comment. And in about a month's time, a month from today, so today is June 16th, so on July 16th, I'm going to make another video that is going to advertise the top 5 suggestions that are going to be based on how many upvotes they have from the comments below. And I'll be giving credibility to whoever posted those comments and what the suggestion is and talk a little bit about them. So if you want one of your ideas to be in that next video, I would suggest leaving a comment. And I would suggest getting as many people as you can and as many friends as you have to upvote that comment for you, and maybe even ask them to leave a comment as well. Also feel free to upvote other people's comments that you may or may not know. And please keep in mind that I cannot guarantee that anyone's suggestions and or ideas will be implemented in Diablo 3, but what I can guarantee is that I will advertise and credit those ideas and suggestions in the part 2 video. And now I'm going to transition over into the suggestions that I personally have that I think would make Diablo 3 even more entertaining than it already is. And I only want to do a couple just because I'm more interested in seeing what subscribers as well as other viewers have to say and what some of the suggestions that they have. So let's go ahead and jump into this right now. And the first thing that I'm going to be talking about, the first suggestion, is public games and how that system is going on right now. So if you've clicked on the public games button on your main screen for Diablo 3, you probably noticed that you're limited to joining public games with certain quests and specific quests. So outside of that, you can't really do a whole lot. And it's based off of which quest you are currently on. And the first suggestion that I'm going to be making is directed towards the public game system and how it's currently going on. So what I think would be a good implementation to the game would be if the public game system took more of a turn towards looking like the layout of that of Diablo 2 or even Warcraft 3, where you had a refresh button and you could see a list of all kinds of custom games, and you could even create your own custom game for other people to join. This feature I thought was pretty amazing, especially in Diablo 2. And I know that Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 are not the same games, but I do feel that they do have some similarities. So this is one implementation that I wouldn't mind seeing and would like, actually, as I think it would make the game more entertaining. This would also allow for public trade games, which was relatively big when I was playing Diablo 2. And again, not the same game, but very similar. So I think being able to trade in games publicly would be pretty cool as well, but whether or not it's going to be implemented has yet to be decided. My next suggestion is going to be directed towards the PvP aspect of Diablo 3, which as of right now there is not one. So what I think would be a good implementation, even though I know that arenas are supposed to be released in the future to near future, and what I think would be good on top of that would be the dueling aspect, because if you can duel inside this game, that allows you to PvP by yourself. You don't need somebody else to go PvP with. And while I think that random pairings for arenas might be nice and all, I feel that a lot of people are going to be dissatisfied with some of the people that they end up getting partnered up with. A lot of the time you may or may not like the random partner you have, especially if you go up against 2 people that are teamed up already. So I think that having the dueling system of being capable of fighting one-on-one, or even in Diablo 2 where you could turn hostile against all the players in your game and have a free-for-all battle, actually, which I personally felt to make this game more entertaining, and it gave some more depth for when you hit the maximum level, as it was something else to do in the game. It allowed you to have another aspect in which one could invest their time into while playing the game. And I'd like to see this come back because I think it's fun and entertaining, and if it did, I feel like it would attract new players as it adds competition to the game amongst players. And I feel like that's relatively entertaining for a lot of people. I also think it would add more depth to the game as well as more replayability value, so I think dueling would be a good implementation to the game. The last suggestion I would like to make before I turn it over to all the viewers, and I think that this suggestion would be a good solution to the problem that Blizzard is having with the input limit being reached with players joining too many games,
and I think that that would be to implement a way for you to travel between acts within the same game. And I know that the quest system works differently than it did in Diablo 2, but if one was capable of switching between acts and killing various bosses between acts, I think people would spend more time in each game. But I could be wrong. This would also promote, in my opinion, the concept of killing more rares and champs, as you would be less limited in what you wanted to do. As opposed to just having one act, you could actually be able to access all the acts at the same time. So I think that this would be a good implementation, and I hope to see this in a future implementation for the game of Diablo 3. But that's going to do it for this video, everyone, and at this time I'd like to ask all the viewers to please comment, rate, and subscribe. And until next time, everyone, I'm ATRon The Gamer. Peace.